Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload. YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video, and today I want to talk to you guys about Anti-Venom Spider-Man. This is a concept design. I don't know who made it, but someone messaged me, or actually emailed me, and asked if I could make a custom based off this reference picture. And when I saw it, it reminded me so much of another anti-Spider-Man I've done a while back. And so I knew it was doable for sure, but the white is always a pain in the butt. So I kind of hesitated before I said yeah, but ultimately I did say yes. And here we are. I was requested to give him some alternate hands, and here we have some. I will admit though, these aren't the original ones that I had planned for the figure. I had some Carnage hands, but there was a problem. Might have sanded down the joints too much or added too much white because they both broke at the joint. So that sucks. But here we have him up close. The eyes are pretty cool. I tried to get it as accurate to the reference as possible. I was gonna do the eyes originally just like a solid orange, but looking at the reference shot, I thought maybe I could do those like reflections and kind of make them look like the artwork. I was even gonna do like black little sketch lines on them, just like the reference art, but instead we kind of agreed to shade it. And even after the thing was done, I was kind of hesitant. I didn't really want to shade it because it was so nice and white and smooth, but we had to shade it, and it has a little bit of gray shading if you look closely. In the torso area, not so much because I didn't want to ruin the emblem, but I do have shading on the arms, the legs, the backside, the thighs, everywhere else. So don't mind me, I'm going to play with different backdrops to see which brings out the figure more. What do you guys think, by the way? Do you like this diorama? Do you like the different color backgrounds, or should we just stay solid white? You know, this is a white figure, so it would be hard to get it in front of a white backdrop, but because it has shading on it, I think you'll be able to see it, and I think this would look good in front of a white backdrop. So let's just put it out in front of an all white backdrop. Bam! White on white, black logo on the front. Has a slight reminiscence of the Future Foundation Spider-Man version. I don't have a history on it, but if you guys want to create one, feel free. The coolest story I will pin at the top, so feel free to get creative. But it is nice. I think it looks pretty cool. And shout out to the guy who created the concept art. I don't know who it was. I'm sorry I couldn't read the signature, but shout out to you. One of the reasons why I hesitated on shading him was because usually when you shade a figure, for me anyway, the best way is to create the dark layers first and then lighten them up with lighter shades, because that's how natural light would work, right? The light would hit the top and everything else behind would be kind of shaded in. And that was kind of the idea, except I did the lighter color first. It was white first, and then in order to shade it, I had to do gray from below. So what I did was that upside down technique. I kind of just held the figure bottoms up and then sprayed the bottom of it, and that way it looked like the lower end was darker than the top end. I think it works for what it is. It looks pretty cool. It does sell the idea of it having some lighting to it. It may seem dark when you look at it from a certain perspective, but it does look nice, and you can still move it around without any paint rub. Most people would probably assume I made this with the Moon Knight body, but it was not. I do have some Moon Knight bodies now, which I wish I had before, because it would have saved me a lot of time and trouble, because white paint sucks because you got to put layer upon layer on it. So that means you got to sand and prep before you can do anything. And luckily I was able to maintain a lot of articulation and prevent a majority of the paint rub. These ankles were probably the worst, but everything else came out pretty rub free, so I'm happy to say that. And again, I wish I had Moon Knight prior to this, but I will tell you what it took to make this. So if you want to know how to make one of these, here it is. If you want to make yourself one of these, you can do it any way you want actually, but what I did was use a Spider-Man all new, all different 2099 body, the white one. For the torso, I took Iceman shoulders, Poison arms, Poison Spider-Man arms. The legs are Deadpool legs. The spikes from the back are from Sunfire. Those are his head horns. And then the head is from the new super articulated Spider-Man. And that's pretty much it. It's Frankenstein. I had to Frankenstein it. I didn't have any Moon Knight bodies, and I think it came out pretty cool. But let's compare Anti-Venom Spider-Man with some other Spider-Man customs. The left we have the new Iron Spider, and on the right there's the new Bagman. You haven't seen reviews of these yet. Stay tuned, they will come. I have a bunch of customs actually you haven't seen. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I did the kind of red, white, and blue thing intentionally, if you noticed that. Red, white, and blue. America. Freedom. But that is it, YouTube. Let me know what you think about this anti-Spider-Man, anti-Venom Spider-Man. Give me a name, give me a story, put it in the comment section. The best one will get pinned. And again, shout out to the guy who made the reference art. It's pretty dope. I mean, it's dope enough for me to make it, because even if someone wanted to pay me and I didn't like the design, I wouldn't take it. This is a design that I definitely liked, and I added the spikes on the arms just to kind of give them extra spikes. And the spikes I have on his shoulders aren't really accurate to the artwork because I couldn't do it on the arms. And me and the guy who commissioned it kind of spoke about not being able to put spikes on the shoulders because that's where his arms were raised. So if you put spikes on his arms, they just break off from lifting it up, or you'd prevent your arm from lifting all the way. So I compromised and found a way on the back, and I used those Sunfire head pieces. I just grabbed 2 heads, cut off all 4 of them, added a little sculpt and glued them in, and then I made sure it was smooth where they blended in with the rest of the body. And I think the smoothness of it was so really, like, I don't even know what to say.
That's all, folks.
Shit, I was like stuttering like a mother. Damn. But I was impressed with it. But guys, let me know what you think about this custom down below. If you like it, feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as they upload so you can say it first. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody.